Alright, let's make her a ginger because, you know, ginger. Looks like there's some new hairstyles. Color. That'll do. Oh, Nyx is up. Ain't that something? I just might have to head up to Nyx. Oh, they started terraforming Nyx. I thought the people who lived in Nyx didn't want that to happen. Okay, Vandal raids are up. Okay. There's a lot to unpack here. Okay. Well. Well. Ain't that something? Alright, let's see what stuff I have and what I don't have. Well, opportunities to murder some Vandal is on the horizon. I'm going to enjoy this very much. Okay, that's pretty cool. So that, the loading screen, that's the newspaper that's local to Nyx. That's their local news reporters. Okay. Yeah, okay. Interesting reading the lore on this loading screen. Sure taking a hot minute to load in. Alright. Well, I mean, it's been a while. Hey, Jelly. Good to see you. Alright. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I know. Oh, that's sure taking a hot minute to load up. Alright, while I'm waiting on that, let me take a look. Paints. Let's see what they have for paints for Perseus. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's flipping beautiful. Okay. Oh. Yeah. That's beautiful. Let's go to the checkout. There we go. I just got some gold paint for the Perseus. Might have to relog to get it on the Perseus. Got some white and gold paint. It looks pretty. White and gold paint. It looks really beautiful. Okay. And Drake. There's a new ship that looks pretty dang cool. Boy, this is taking a hot minute to load in, ain't it? Alright. Alright, relogging. Okay, let's try again. Alright, let's try it again. Let's see what's going on. Okay, there's a lot of lore, and this is the newspaper from the Nix system, and they are not exactly friendly to the UEE. They kind of want to be independent and kind of live out on their own and not be bothered. But they happen to live on the border system between human space and Vandal space. So, that'll be interesting to see how they react. Alright. That sure taking a hot moment to do. Well, I mean, it is a free fly event, so I imagine the login time is atrocious. Maybe I should have seen which friends were on a low pop server. Should have connected to that. That probably would have been the smart thing to do. Is it too late to do that? Yeah. Okay. Hey folks, thanks for joining me this late evening. Sorry you're joining me on a loading screen at the moment. Hopefully we can change that soon. Alright. Okay. Yep, sure taking a hot minute to log in. 11 minutes, 12 minutes now. 12 minutes of waiting. Goodness. Hey, Jelly. How's my favorite corgi? You're my favorite corgi. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's right. You're my favorite corgi. Okay, well. What are we doing? Okay. Are we closer to getting in? Sure is a long loading screen. I think I made the dreadful mistake of setting my home base to Orison. And Orison is where IAE is taking place. I think that was my problem. Okay, I'm going back out of the game one more time. And then log back in. And I'm going to try to piggyback off of a person I know and see if they're in a low population server. We'll try it one more time. If it doesn't work, I just might hop onto a different game. And of course change the title, the screen, the stream. I don't want to be all misleading. All right. Oh, Abyss. That's a low pop server. That's a very low pop server. 157. That bodes well for me. All right. Okay. All right. We'll try one more time, right? Whomever is watching, thanks for being here. Okay, well. Okay. Can we get in the game, please? I've been sitting here rather bored for the past 18 minutes. I'd really love to get to the game, please. That'd be very nice. I would like it so very much. Alright. At least I'm turning on the chill music playlist, so I'm not too agitated. Are we here yet? Honestly, if I knew it was going to take this darn long, I would not have started the stream until I actually connected to the darn game. Sorry about that, folks. I'm sure that is dadgum boring looking at a loading screen. Alright. Well, I'm still waiting on that. I'm gonna look at Steam. Under Store. Wishlist. Secret of Mana. Okay, hot dang. I'm gonna have to pick those two games up later. Presumably in the morning, but now I'm starting one at a time. Sorry, guys. I know somebody's watching. Thank you. I'm just waiting for it. Hey, how you doing? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Good to see ya. So apparently, if this takes too long, should I go ahead and just hop on a different game? Because, yeah. I've been waiting at the load-in screen for just over 20 minutes. So how have you been, Cold? Long time no see. Hope you're doing good. I've had a very long day. I had to wake up extra early, go to the gun range, certify. Good, good, good. Yeah, so I actually am one of those Perseus owner people. Yes, I'm a sucker. I've spent way too much money on this game. And with my store credit, I just got the white and gold paint for the Perseus. So, yeah. At my work site, we had to requalify at the gun range to recertify, and they have this standards up like higher than regular cops, even though we're just, security, and I'm just trying to finish my school. Keeping up with my schoolwork, despite everything else going sideways in my life. One class at a time, and here I am. And as soon as I can get in, I think I made a fatal mistake of setting Orison as my home base, and that's where the IAE event is going on. So I think that's what I'm getting this lag for. But I joined a server on a friend's name, and that server has under 2 people on this, 200 people on the server. So I'm hoping I can get in the next couple minutes here, but I've been sitting here listening to relaxing music while I wait, and I'm starting to lose patience with the wait. So here, let me show you another screen. Go ahead and go to display capture. Here's my Steam wish list. I found these 2 classic games I really want to get my hands on. I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow to buy them. Secret of Mana, Legend of Mana. And I will definitely be streaming these 2 games. Yeah, except I was an idiot and decided to select Orison as my home base. So that's on me for being stupid. Yeah, I'm going to probably buy them in the morning. I'm going to wait on it tonight, sleep on it, wake up, then buy it in the morning. So, yeah. I'm going to definitely get the original too, because they were so dang good. Alright. So, that's kind of been on my mind. Here's the Steam tab. Here's my Steam library. Here. Let me see. I did get Escape from Tarkov recently. Here we go. Let me show you what I have. Just scrolling down. Scrolling down. Yes, I even bought this one. This is my Steam library. This is what I have in Steam. Cult of the Lamb is wild. I might like Doom a little bit. I like Doom a lot. This is a remake of an old 16-bit Nintendo game. An indie game got the license, an indie company got a license to redo this one. And I'm just happy with that. There's Tarkov. I've been playing that. So my thought of the Drake Clipper, it's definitely for that solo operator. Just wanting to do a little bit of everything with no particular plan. I'm perfectly happy with my Cutlass. If I was to be honest with you. My Cutlass, I'm perfectly happy with it. This game's spooky but awesome. And I like the classic Half-Life games. Yeah, like all of them. I like them. And I love Hellish Quartz. That one's fun. I think the Drake Clipper will, if you don't already have like a big ship, you already have just a starter. That would be the next logical step up from a starter. But I already have other ships, so I kind of don't have a use for it. This is a fun game to play. This one is too. Yeah. And I need to get the mods to get this one to actually work. Yeah, I think this one's actually fun. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and close out Steam. Yeah. Gosh darn it, what happened? Okay. Nice. Okay. Not a bad choice, if I do say so. Okay. See if there's anybody I can piggyback on. Oh, it's gonna be... Okay. Yeah. I think the Drake Clipper will be kind of good for like a bounty hunter. There should be enough room on it to fit a hover bike. Not a wheeled vehicle, definitely not, but like the Pulse should fit inside it. And it's got 4 size 3 guns. It's fast, it's agile. It's 3 stories tall, it's weird. It's got 3 decks on it. It's got the lower entrance deck, cargo hold, the middle deck, and the upper deck. It looks kind of like a flying Dorito. I don't know, I think it's pretty charming. Shiv is a great ship to have. So the medical ship that I have is the Cuddy Red. I'm not trading that for any of the other ones. I'm happy with the Cuddy Red. But I may have a bias, you know, I like Drake ships. Okay. I just took my dog for a long walk while the game downloaded the update and all that. If I don't get into the game in the next bit, should I just plug in a game on Steam and play for a little bit? What do you think? Watch me die horribly in Tarkov because I'm a noob. Playing Tarkov has definitely dispelled all of my fear of PvP for just about any game. Like, regular horror games are kind of scary and kind of intense. But after playing Tarkov PvP mode for this past week, I am not afraid anymore. There's not a lot you can do in the video games that can even scare me. I think, actually, not so much as the Razor Crest, kind of, but have you heard of the Hound's Tooth? Kind of like the Hound's Tooth, which was another bounty hunter ship in Star Wars. Bosk, that was his ship, the Hound's Tooth. Look it up. You'll see where they got the inspiration from. It wasn't a copy-paste copy, but the Hound's Tooth in Star Wars was a triple-decker ship that was a bounty hunter ship that had fold-down wings and was fast and agile. I think they take more of the cues from the Hound's Tooth than the Razor Crest. So yeah, no, the Clipper seems more like the Hound's Tooth, not the Razor Crest. Yeah, that one. Yeah, Bosk's ship. It was a modified YV-666 because it was modified to his specifications. He actually had one deck where he would basically process the meat and skin his victims, and he would keep the parts he liked for food and the other parts for trophies. They could not show really the canonical version of the Houndstooth and still keep that show PG or PG-13. You read in the books, if bodies really weren't required to be brought in, he would just take enough of the parts to identify just to claim the bounty, but he was known to eat people, literally. Bosk was actually a very scary individual. I mean, his outfit looked ridiculous. He looked like he had a salvaged rebel fighter's, flight suit. But don't let that look belie. That guy was one violent, brutal individual. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Disney committed so many sins against that IP. There's only a couple really good things that Disney did with the Star Wars IP. But the Rey trilogy is not one of those good things. I will say Andor was good. Rogue One was good. A lot of people did not like Solo, but I did. Yeah, it really wasn't that true to the EU version, but it was still entertaining, it was still fun. I would say that that's a very flawed, but it was fun. Rogue One was peak. I did like the computer animated, both Rebels and Clone Wars. I haven't watched both series all the way through, just scattered episodes here and there, but from what I saw, they did a good job. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Bosk was he was hated by the Wookiees for good reason. He definitely committed a lot of war crimes. Well, the species that Bosk is part of shares the same solar system as the Wookiees do, and those two races do not like each other. They've had bad blood going back for countless generations. Even before both species got access to hyperdrive, they were warring with each other. Actually, Bosk is one of my favorite bounty hunters. When you read about the stuff, he was... I mean, everybody loves the Mandalorians. Everybody loves Boba Fett. Everybody loves Mando. But they're kind of, clean and pristine compared to the more gritty bounty hunters. And Bosk was a savage. Absolute savage. Yeah, I saw season 1 and part of season 2 with Mando. When they got to the episode with Jack Black and Lizzo, I was just like, F this bullcrap. But I heard after that it got better. But the season where they had Jack Black and Lizzo playing in it, it was awful. But then they got their mojo back later. Yeah, Rogue One was exceptionally good. It exceeded all of my expectations. Unlike this loading screen, which is failing to exceed my expectations, it is in fact disappointing. Alright. I think I should probably bring up Steam. What game in Steam should I play? Because this is not working. Let's take a look at my library. Okay. Okay, I've got Armored Core 6, Blaster Master, Capcom Fighting Selection, Carrion, which is really fun, Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, the Classrooms. I do have Cyberpunk. I do have Elite Dangerous, and it's working really well, in fact. Freedom Planet, God of War. Don't feel like playing Hollow Knight because I have not been able to reconnect my controller to that. And that's been bothering the heck out of me. Alright, I'm gonna try this. Oh yeah, IG-88 was, he modified his ship for extreme maneuvers and acceleration because he could handle the G-force, but no living being could because he's a droid. So, yeah. He ended up finding 3 other frames. He ended up downloading his brain to the other 3 IG-88s. So there was 4 of them that was essentially the same character. And then he managed to actually duplicate his ship, so he had like a little wing. And they were tearing things up. Yes, I do have the OG AVP. And I've killed so many people in multiplayer in that game. It's hilarious. I usually switch between Marine and Xenomorph. People are yakking on Discord. Go ahead and shut that off. Alright. This is ticking me off, legit. Alright, I'm going to back out of it. I'm going to try one more time. Alright. RSI. I got used to it. Alright, let's try one more try to log into Star Citizen. But yeah, no, that... I actually liked the fisheye view. I don't know, it just felt immersive. I was running around gobbling up people. Nom nom nom. One of my favorite Star Wars bounty hunter ships, or like, was the Mandel Motors. It's called a Star Lancer. I liked that model of ship. I thought that was really cool. Okay. Okay. Oh, the Star Lancer. It was from Star Wars Rebels. The name of the ship was the Shadowcaster. It was when Sabine Wren and the other bounty hunter, female bounty hunter, was having a bit of a fight over a droid. But then they ended up teaming up and delivering the droid to their rightful owner. It was kind of a yellow ship, kind of the main body was a circular, had 2 engine pods on the side. It just looked really slick. I loved how it looked. I think if I was living in the Star Wars universe, I would love to have a Lance Pursuit class, made by the Mandalorians, their ship Right. Just a really well-made ship. Okay. I will give this about 5 or 10 more minutes, and then I'm probably going to call it quits. But thanks for waiting. The B-Wing was a really interesting fighter. I remember I was a kid when Empire Strikes Back came out. The first Star Wars movie came out the year before I was born. So I saw all the original trilogy on VHS. And by the way, Han shot first. Oh yeah, the TIE Defender and the TIE Phantom were probably the best fighters in the Empire's arsenal, bar none. If they had listened to Thrawn, the Imperials would have won, because Thrawn's tactics were way more applicable to what they were fighting. But no, they had to rely on the Tarkin Doctrine. They're like, I'm going to build this space station manned by over 1 million people that cost, we're talking beyond billions and trillions of space dollars, whatever their currency is, just for a farm boy to exploit its weakness and blow it up. It just... yeah. Now, the Death Star was an amazing concept. Just the planet killer. I mean, you gotta understand that 1970s, 1980s was really the golden age for science fiction, even though technically Star Wars is sci-fi fantasy, not science fiction. It's more fantasy than science. But it's definitely 100% awesome. Except for the Rey trilogy. Fuck Disney. And what they did to Luke in that, they did more than just neuter his character. That was awful what they did. And of course how they just nonchalantly killed Han Solo. I was just not happy with any of that. Oh, I heard Ahsoka was... I haven't seen the Ahsoka series, but I heard it was pretty darn good. I've heard mixed reviews, but more good than bad. And the person who voiced Grand Admiral Thrawn got to actually play Grand Admiral Thrawn in person. And I thought that was cool. Well, Mark Hamill also became a crazy political activist, and he jumped way off the deep end. I used to love all of his stuff, and then he just started going psychotic on Twitter with all of his political BS. I'm like, wow. I am watching you in real time undo your entire legacy before my eyes. I loved him as Christopher Blair in the live action scenes in Wing Commander 3 and 4 and 5. And then, of course, he played Luke Skywalker and he voiced the best version of the Joker. So, I mean, he has legit good works as an actor and voice actor. But he went so far off the deep end politically. I was like, I can't follow you off that cliff. You've lost your damn mind, dude. Like, I'm politically independent. I really don't like the Republicans or the Democrats. Like, I did vote for Trump, but I'm not like a diehard Trump fan. It's just that he was the better option at the time, but America deserves better. I mean, out of what? The 140 million people that live in the United States? Those were the people we had running for office? Like, we couldn't do better? Really? I hated this last election cycles. There's just all the choices were garbage. Yeah, I've heard about that Harrison Ford really hated Han Solo. He loved playing Indiana Jones. He also loved playing Jack Ryan from all of those Tom Clancy movies. He loved playing Indiana Jones. He loved playing in Clear and Present Danger. He loved playing in all those Tom Clancy films. But he hated the character of Han Solo big time. Now, I hope that when we finally do get Squadron 42, because they've already had Mark Hamill record all of his lines, and I hope it comes together all nice. I'm sure my grandkids are going to love it on its launch day. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I heard a lot of behind the scenes that Harrison Ford just hated that character, hated playing him, even though he did such a great job as Han Solo. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that too. Alright. It's been an hour and I haven't gotten to the game. And it's almost midnight. I'm going to try again in the morning. I'm going to go to bed. I don't have the patience for this, so I'm going to go ahead and tuck in, go to bed, and I'll try again in the morning. So, this is me signing out. Happy gaming, folks.